Wolves are some of the most iconic predators in the animal kingdom. There are more than 30 distinct subspecies that range across the northern hemisphere. These dedicated pack animals hunt together, roam together, and play together, all while maintaining an important role in their local ecosystem. In some areas of Europe, the gray wolf completely disappeared more than a century ago. But now it is gradually coming back. To keep the beauties of nature, we need to make sure they stay protected. The wolf is currently protected under the EU Birds and Habitats Directive, but major threats still exist. 1. There used to be a lot more wolves. Even with this diversity, and the relative abundance of gray wolves globally, Earth now has far fewer wolves, and fewer kinds, than it once did. The fossil record has revealed an array of interesting wolf and wolf-like species, for example, including the famous dire wolf, Oenocyon dirus, as well as the hypercarnivorous Xenocyans, or strange dogs, which may be ancestors of modern African wild dogs and dholes. On top of natural extinctions in prehistoric times, however, humans have waged war on gray wolves for centuries. The gray wolf was once the most widely distributed mammal on Earth, according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, but persecution by people has helped reduce its range by about 1/3. Several unique subspecies were lost along the way, including the Florida black wolf, the Great Plains wolf, the Mississippi Valley wolf, and the Texas wolf, as well as Old World species such as the Japanese wolf, the Hokkaido wolf, and the Sicilian wolf. 2. The term alpha wolf refers to parents. Usually, when the term alpha wolf is used, many people get the picture of a wolf fighting for dominance and becoming the top dog. This idea is further reinforced by what is seen in movies and novels. However, experts have pointed out that this view is mistaken, and that alpha wolves are in truth just parents to their children and young ones. Wolves typically live in family units, and the alphas are usually the breeding male and female that give birth to the others at different breeding seasons. The fact that wolves usually mate for life also helps this. In fact, many experts no longer use the term alpha and just refer to these wolves as breeding males or breeding females. Of course, the term may apply in the rare case where a pack contains more than one breeder, and there is a dominant breeder. 3. Wolves are surprisingly diverse. The word wolf usually refers to the gray wolf, Canis lupus, the most widespread and familiar wolf species still in existence. Gray wolves are widely thought to have evolved from the smaller Mosbach wolf, a now extinct canid that lived in Eurasia during the Middle to Late Pleistocene. 4. Thanks to adventurous, adaptable ancestors, gray wolves have thrived for hundreds of thousands of years across huge swaths of both Eurasia and North America, where they've diverged into a wide variety of subspecies. 4. True love. Once a wolf has found a mate, they tend to stay together for better or worse, through sickness and health, often until death do them part. But it is typically only the alpha male and female that breed, leaving the rest of the adult pack members to help rear the young and ensure their survival. 5. Wolves will die for each other. In addition to this trend toward monogamy, wolves develop such strong social bonds with their family and other loved ones that they have been known to sacrifice themselves for the survival of the pack/family unit. Move over, Romeo and Juliet. 6. Dire wolves may not have been wolves. The now extinct dire wolf was common across North America until about 13,000 years ago, when much of the continent's megafauna vanished amid natural climate changes. Dire wolves were comparable in size to today's largest gray wolves, but they had bone-crushing jaws and may have focused on big prey like horses, bison, ground sloths, and mastodons. Dire wolf fossils suggest a strong resemblance to modern gray wolves, and based on morphological similarities, scientists have long assumed the two were closely related. In early 2021, however, scientists revealed surprising results after sequencing DNA from dire wolf subfossils. Dire wolves and gray wolves are only very distant cousins, they reported in the journal Nature, and their similarities seem to be the result of convergent evolution rather than close relations. Dire wolf DNA indicates a highly divergent lineage that split from living canids 5.7 million years ago, the researchers wrote, with no evidence of interbreeding with any living canid species. 7. Wolves howl to communicate with each other. They can communicate warnings about predators and give information about a wolf's location and the location of prey. Even though wolves and dogs share a common ancestor and many characteristics, they are classified as different animals because of different evolutionary paths. Wolves are known as Canis lupus. Wolves live and hunt in packs of 6 to 10 animals. They roam large distances, often 12 miles in a single day, and hunt within a territory of 50 square miles to 1,000 square miles. Wolves prey on deer, elk, bison, mountain goats, and moose. Wolves also eat rabbits, beavers, birds, fish, lizards, snakes, and fruit. A single wolf can eat 20 pounds of meat in one sitting. Wolves can go for more than a week without eating. 8. Wolves need a lot of space. Wolf packs need large territories to supply them with enough prey, but the size can vary widely depending on factors such as climate, terrain, prey abundance, and the presence of other predators. Gray wolf territories range in size from 50 to 1,000 square miles, according to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. 12 Wolves can cover large areas while hunting, traveling up to 30 miles in a day. They primarily trot at about 5 miles per hour but can run as fast as 40 miles per hour for short distances. 9. There are more than 30 subspecies of wolves. When the word wolf is mentioned, the gray wolf is usually the first picture that comes to mind. However, there are several other kinds of wolves, about 30 subspecies, that can be found across the northern hemisphere. Some examples of other subspecies of wolves include the red wolf, Eurasian wolf, Arctic wolf, tundra wolf, and steppe wolf. 10. Wolves are crucial for the ecosystem. Most apex predators, wolves are very important in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. One prime example of this happened in the 1920s in Yellowstone National Park, which was home to gray wolves. The wolves were eliminated, and while it was initially thought to be great, it turned out not to be. With the absence of wolves, the park's elk population multiplied and they fed at an unsustainable rate, devouring the aspen trees and other food sources that were needed by other animals. They even caused erosions because they ate up vegetation along the banks of wetlands and streams. All these led to the reintroduction of wolves. The wolves soon cleared up the elks, reducing their number from over 20,000 to less than 5,000. The trees and vegetation also began to recover, and other species like songbirds started vicing the park again.